Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a NDA drop now of NORTHAG divisions. This is going to be the Pact review of the 5 divisions. I'm going to go pretty fast through them, so just pause the video if you want to look at all the details of stats. There's a lot to go through. I've gone through the 5 NATO in another video. This will be the Pact one. Anyway, let's get into it. These are going to be the NORTHAG divisions that are going to be released fairly soon. I'm not sure the exact date at the time that's making the video, but around the corner. So we'll start with 25th Tank, the new Soviet division here. Supply wise, pretty standard. We've had all this stuff before, so I'm gonna go pretty through the stuff that's we've already seen, already have in other decks. You can see we have it on a lot of decks. Obviously, we have this supply in other decks, but we'll click on them all just so you can see the stats when you pause. M109, Hilo, CV, had this before. BMP, we've had this before. And 27th, pretty nice though. Obviously, it's 90 points, and you get a Conquers, 30 mil. It can defend itself. And then we get a slower CV here. Again, but with a 73 mil and a 16 pan ATGM and a good old FOB. Now, infantry wise, pretty standard for the Russians. Conkers, Pomochiki, become with the Conkers if you want. BMP 1, which is nice, which comes with smoke. These ones also come with smoke with the GOT Heat 17 pen, which also comes with smoke, which is super nice, which I like. RPO can come in an MTLB or it can come in a gas. Puri, similar thing. Same availability as all the other decks. So Puri RPO 642, 853, Pomochiki 53, Conquers 42. And then over here you can get the BMP2 standard, which comes with the autocannon instead of the 73mm gun. So there's going to be preference between these two. This new BMP1 of the Conquers, really nice addition to the Russians. Monoshoki BMP can get up to pretty good availability, 9, 6, or 4, 3 cards of them. Superior Commando can come in the UAV here though, which is a pretty fast transport, and is amphibious. So if you need to cross a little landing spot, honestly, it's worth taking pretty much every time, just in case. This is exactly the same price, but just same speed and everything else. Just can then go over water if you do need it. And then another transport here. Monoshoki Command can come with a BMP 2AG if you want. For some reason, BMP2 and everything else. It's kind of interesting that it isn't. We don't get the option of BMP2, but we get the option of the BMP2 AG for the command. It is what it is. You know, pretty standard stuff here. Grenade launcher, good old Russian 50 cal, and then an MP squad, which there are no disheartened troops in this division, so not necessarily needed. Arty, you get the beautiful heavy artillery here that we already have in 6. Get 2 cards of grads if you want that. And then the new unit, the sick unit here, this thing's awesome. The MSTA S is just cool looking. And honestly, it comes with smoke too, which is nice. We can compare it to the other ones. It does the same amount of damage as the other one and has pretty much the similar stats in every way, but can be used as an AT gun. And I believe doesn't have an. It has more. It does have less range though. So that's something to note though. So watch out for that. There's going to be preference between the two. The biggest difference though is you can vet this thing up though, and you bring 2 cards, you can really just smoke people with the aim time and reload time. Get some heavy artillery here if you want, and a lot of heavy artillery, but a lot of grads. You can get 2 cards of grads. Crazy. Tank tab though, lots of T64s. Get the BV here, 21 pen, 19 pen, 19 range, 16 armor. Pretty good availability, 4, 3, 2. Sorry, 4, 2, 1. 3 cards. T64 BIV. You can see the little bit of difference in the stats here. The T64 BIV has a lack of ATGM, so you're losing that ATGM on the top, but you are saving yourself some points. You get 2 cards of them, and you get better availability. You get 5, 3 to 2, so you do get better availability as well. You get a BVK if you want command. You also get the T64B, which is going to have the 19 pen ATGM. And by the way, this ATGM has a tandem round on it, which is super nasty. So it does more damage against what is it called? The ERA protection. Pretty good availability. Again, 5, 3, 2, and 2 cards. And you can also get the same one without the ATGM, which is going to get you 19 pen. So yeah, I mean, pretty good here. You're going to have way less accuracy than the other one. You're probably, yeah, that's the difference here. Looking at these two, you're going, what's the difference? Same armor, They don't get the reactive armor though on the T64B1, but you do get it in the other one, and you do get way more accuracy too, plus 10%. Sorry, accuracy, no, you don't. Difference is you just, no, they're same accuracy. I was making a mistake there. Same accuracy, just different availability and different, no active protection. And pretty good availability, honestly. 6-4, and then 2. And then you can get a BVK if you want, command. And then you can get a T64 here, 150 points, 20 pen though, which is nice, but it's really deceiving because the range is reduced, so it really has a lot less penetration. And you get pretty good availability, 8, 5, 3. Recon, get another good old drone here, and the coolest thing ever, you get 4 deployed T64B1s, 19 pen, 16 armor, 65% accuracy. You get 2 per card. You can max vet though, and they already are vetted, which is super nice. This is awesome. You also get my 24 recon. We have this before though. BRDM 1s, we've had these before. BRDM 2s, we had that before. You do get Motor Rosetta. You can vet them up pretty well from 4 to 2, from 6 to 4 to 2. And you come in the BMP1, BMP2, MI2, MIA2, and the MIA2 rocket. Or MIA rocket. Or the gas. So really awesome. And then you can bring a Rosetta with the amphibious vehicle if you want. AA, some Cubs, lots of them, 4 cards. Sorry, 2 cards. Strela, 2 cards, 10 M's, and get some, you know, SPAA, and good old Iglos. Helo-wise, MI-24 AT, rocket. This is the new rocket. It's a rocket, but really not a rocket. It carries 4 of the Kohan's missiles. I'm saying that probably terribly, which is super nice. Plus you get 80 rockets, which is super nice. It's honestly a pretty cost-efficient helo. You only get 1 though, which is sad. But you can get the alternative one, which is a little bit more points, but you get a different type of rocket. You get the 122 millimeter rocket. So kind of a trade-off, whichever you prefer. I mean, both are cool. You get 1 AA helo. Looking for that as well. Does come with infrared Iglos and then rockets, and then MI8 with tons of big heavy rotary and grenade launchers. I think it's grenade launcher. Yeah, it's grenade launchers, not, yeah, that's cool. So you got rotary guns and grenade launchers plus rockets. And then you can just get an MI8 rocket too. The planes though is going to be SU-27s, 2 cards, Seed, MiG-29s, and then all the SUs you could ever want. And I think these SUs are different. This one is unique. It has way more rockets, a lot of rockets. And really it's not even filled up with its full payload. I mean, there could be 2 more pods there. I mean, I don't really know if it can carry that, but who knows. But yeah, pretty cool stuff here. And you get HE, which we have in all these other decks, but just this one's new. And these 2, and this plane is also new. This Seed has pretty crazy range, 3,700 meter range. So watch out, guys. This is crazy range. Anyway, that is all of that division. So we'll go over the next one, which should be, let's go over 9th Panzer Division next. This is the new East German division. We'll get the FOB, get the SBW, recon, CV, get the SBW, other type of vehicle, CV, BMP1, CV, some supply, new supply here, 3,000 supply. Only get 2 of them though per card. Or I get the Urals supply. So you can get 3 supply still in here. Get the GOT here. You can bring them the BMP1 with smoke, resolute trait, or you can get them with the ATGM carrier for 5 more points, or you can get them with the GOT for another 10 points. All of them carry smoke. Very nice. Pioneer Flames come in the MTLB or SPW or the W50s. Availability goes from 6 to 4 to 2. Pioneers go from 5 to 3 with the same vehicles. Pioneer Führer come with all the same vehicles. You do get the Motorschützen RPG 27s, which come with a tandem charge, 21 penetration, with a resolute trait. They can come in normal transport, or they can come in BMP2s that come with a resolute and smoke trait with a Conquerors. Heck and nasty, 2 cards. Availability goes from 9 to 6 to 4, which is really good. Doesn't go from 3, goes to 4. Or you can get 4 cards of Motorschützen, which standard stuff here. You get the new SPZ BMP 1P, which comes with a BMP. It's pretty much a BMP 1 with a Conquerors missile on board. You also get one with all the other ones with the GOT or the lesser got, or just cheap BMP1, and they all come with smoke, which is super nice. Motor shoots in CV, comes with all the transports. You can get a grenade launcher or a PKM. Arty wise, you do get the napalm thrower, which is awesome. So this is the second napalm thrower in the game, I believe. I think it's just KDAing this deck now. Hella expensive, 345 points. I believe you can fire 2 volleys before it needs to rearm. So it's just nice. Carries extra arm. Get a card RM70s, which is super nice. Normal artillery, more normal artillery, and some 120s. Tank wise, we get the T-72S's, 18 armor, 19 pen, 2100 range. So less range than like an M1A1 or Leopard, but still makes up for it by the new missile, 21 pen, 2800 range, really crazy range. It's like what's like a Apache range. So watch out for this. Has the Resolute trait, has smoke, and has explosive reactive armor. Awesome. Availability goes from 5 to 3 to 2. So still really good availability, honestly. Even at 1 vet, man, really good availability. Get 3 of these. That's awesome. You also, the next tank down though, same gun, but no ATGM, same armor. Sorry, 1 less armor though. And it doesn't have the reactive armor, but it's 160 points, 3 cards. Availability goes from 6 to 4 to 2. Command, you get a command version of it, 200 points. You can also get the other T-72, which is going to be 3 per card. It's going to have, yeah, it's just, the difference is 1 less armor and less accuracy on the gun. Oh no, never mind. Accuracy on the gun is the same. It's just, yeah, that's the only difference. Just 1 less armor, which isn't a big difference, honestly. Availability is crazy. You go from 7 to 5 to 3. You get 3 cards. You can get like 9 of these. That would be kind of scary, honestly, for 155 points. Really cost efficient. You get T-72 MK of that variant if you want. Actually, it has 1 less armor, so it is a different variant. You can get one of these Kokon missile systems if you want, or you can get another ATGM carrier, which we have in other decks. Jammer Helo, we have this in 56 already. Pretty cool stuff though. BRDM, we've seen this before. SPW, we've seen this before. Motorschutzen, off clear, come with the BMP1. These BMP1s don't have smoke though, so watch yourself. A lot of people will probably sleep on this, but it doesn't have smoke, so be very careful. It does come in MI2 if you want as well. Availability goes from 6 to 4 to 2. Off clear can come in the amphibious transport here, which is nice if you're looking for that. It also can come with a KPVT. You get a recon helo with a gun on it, which is a 4 PK2s, which will kill like squads. And optics very good. And then you can get another one unarmed, cheaper, for 10 points cheaper, with very good optics. AA Cubs, Shell 10M, Elshuka, Iglas, or Strelas. So pretty standard availability. 12, 8, 6, 9, 6, 4, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. And you get 2 cards Cubs, 2 cards Strelas. Pretty standard stuff for a Russian AA tab. Helo, you get the good old Mi-24P AT2 Kokon missiles with 40 rockets. Get 2 of them. You also get the Mi-24T AT, which is Kokon rockets. Sorry, it's I can't even pronounce what this is. There's a different type of missile. It's slower. That's the difference between the two. Kokon's much faster missile. These 2 are slower. And then Turin, which we have in other decks. Cool rocket plane with a little, helo with a 23 mil on it. Air tab, standard Russian stuff. SC-22 AT, 2 cards. You also get MiG-31 AA, or you can choose the other MiG-23 AA. Availability are different. There are differences between the two. If you're looking, I'll compare them right now. I think one has a, yeah, there is some stats different because they have different missile. One is a 24R and one is a 23R. One has more HE damage than the other, and one has more accuracy as well. So those are the difference, and difference in availability as well. Because one is 2 and one is 3 availability. SC-22 rockets, SC-24 cluster, and SC-24 HE. Planes we've already had in other decks, but pretty fun nonetheless. On to the next 3 decks. The new nation in the game, Poland. 4th, FOB. This type of new BTR, the Scott. I'm going to call it the Scott. It's cool. It's fast. It's 100 kilometers. A little bit slower off-road though, but still pretty fast. Still faster than the other transports. This is 60, 65. Another transport CV. The BAWP, which is a BMP1, which is has an ATGM on it. Has a cool little Helo CV, which is nice. 60 points, relative shave, 3. Supply, you can either get this 600 supply, 2 cards, 10 of them, or you can get 3 of these, or just 1 card, and you get 2,000 supply per carrier. Infantry, the Polish infantry are very interesting. You get them with a Scott here. This Scott comes with ATGMs, which is pretty awesome, and it's pretty fast. So I like them. And obviously the GOT is just a GOT. You get some commandos too. They come with 2 PKMs, come with special forces tray, AT, and smoke grenades, which can't be underestimated. They're so nasty with smoke grenades. Like, you come with a normal helo. They come with this bigger helo that can take more hits, because it goes from max damage to 6 to 8. Or you can take them with the rockets, which then you can throw in rockets everywhere. You only get 1 card though, these guys. Availability goes from 6 to 4. Then you can get these things. These are pretty much SPWs. They're pretty much SPWs. These are the SVD variant, 2 PKMs, 10 man, pretty nasty, honestly. And these transports, I think, carry more guys than SPW because they're bigger. So tend to be bigger squads. So 10 man, pretty scary. Availability goes from 7.5 to 3, 2 cards. I can't pronounce this Polish name. Another 9-man squad, PKMs, the AT. And you can see the drawback though versus Russian infantry is they may be bigger squads to do more damage wise compared to the Russian counterparts, but they have a weaker AT. They have 14 pan, usually some of the Russian ATs 18 or 20. So that is the downside. We get another MP squad here, which is a massive MP squad. It's 9 guys. You can get these, which is just good. You can also get this another Scott here, with a different type of heavy machine gun on top, 8-man. And then you can get this CQC troop with satchels and AT. So really nasty. And this is like a new flamethrower. Or maybe it's not a new flamethrower. It's like, I don't even know what this is. It's an RPO. It has 6 rounds though, so it carries more than normal RPO. So RPO carries 4 rounds. SVG9 can come in a BMP1 for some reason, which is cool. Some standard CV stuff here. If you look, they have some smoke, some don't, have some of AT. And then the line infantry, they come in BMP1s. The BMP1s have no smoke, so that's something to note. Line infantry comes with 2 PKMs, an SVD, and an AT, which is pretty nice, honestly. Similar over here, just missing the SVD, so you're losing 5 points on it. Cheaper. Double the AT. And you have 2 options here. You can bring the ATGM Scott here, which is honestly so worth it. It's like only 10 more points. And then, or you can bring a BMP1 for 25 points. But way slower. And then you get some MGs. Artie gets the new Polish Grad. It carries 2 full payloads, so which is really nice. The Grad only carries 1, so you have to rearm, but this one carries 2. You can get the normal Grad though, but why get the normal Grad? Just pay the extra 20 points for that. You're pretty much paying 20 points for ammo. So take this. Polish too, it's cool. You get pretty good you get less availability though. Oh no, you get the same availability. You can get so many artillery though. You can get 3 grads in this deck, which is like 3 cards, which is 6 in total. It could be pretty scary. It's a good old World War II artillery. I'm pretty sure it can be used as an AT gun if you're desperate. It does have a good HE value though, 3.141, so it does really good work. Another World War II piece of artillery, I'm pretty sure. And then 120 mortars. Tanks. T-55s, but different. They're different T-55s. They all have this like sleep, I don't know, cleaner thingy. So you can fire these at enemy buildings and things. They pretty much instant kill infantry squads. So just not only do you have the firepower of the tank, you have the firepower of the thing on top of it, which is super cool. And you get 2 different variants of them. You get the one that's more armored, 14, and has smoke, or less armored and no smoke. You also have max range with this gun. You don't have with this one. You only get 2 on this availability. The T-55 ANs are the same thing, but without the derpy mines sweepers or cleaners, which is now going to be considered infantry removers because that's what they're used for. And then in WARNO, and you get pretty good availability. Start at 9, 6 to 4, 2 cards. You get a command if you want as well. 255s with the new Mind Sleeper, the cheaper one. You can get availability of 3, 2, or 1, and you get 2 cards. 255s, pretty standard 255s, pretty awesome. Pretty good availability, 9, 6 to 4. Honestly, awesome. I love 255s. I think they're one of those cost-efficient tanks in the game, especially in swarms. You can get 255 command if you want. You get an AT if you're looking for that as well. And Conquerors, ATGM carrier, or you can get the cheaper version with the other ATGM, or you can go with a little truck carrying a GOT. Recon, Special Forces Polish troops, very small squad, 4 guys. Can come in the with a gun on the vehicle if you want, but you know it is what it is. MI Recon, very good optics, and a little very good optics, but with a cannon on it. A BRDM with a heavy machine gun on it. It's a weird vehicle though. Exceptional optics, exceptional. That's what you're paying for this. This one is very good. This one is exceptional. You get a BMP-1 here, no smoke. Be careful for your line infantry squad here. It goes from 6 to 4 to 2. You can also get these like amphibious vehicles here, which are fast, 90 kilometers an hour, but not the fastest on the battlefield. So if you're trying to get these guys to the very front, there are vehicles that go to 100 miles per hour and kilometers an hour, and you will be beaten there. So be careful. But you do carry satchels, 8-man squad, can't go wrong with these. And then you can bring these guys in this weird transport here, which is 100 kilometers, so it's very fast. But you can bring them in either one. It does have a little armor though as well, so there's a little bit more survivability. Or you can bring these guys in the helo. And they're pretty much just normal recon with, they're pretty much the special forces trait guys with a little bit difference in their rifle, but they don't NAT. But yeah, they're just way cheaper. AA, OSHAs, you can get 3 cards, availability 4, 2, 1. You get Strelas if you want. You get these dual purpose guns, what they have the gun on it, but also Strelas on it. Just super cool. So you're just like laying down the rounds. You can get the version without the Strela on it, but it's only a 5-point difference. You can also get a good old, I think, well, I'm guessing it's a World War II AA piece again here, which eliminates infantry. You can get one of these little vehicles, but it also comes with the Strela, or you get it without the Strela. And then you can also just get Strela on your want. And you can also bring these with a good old Scott here, which has the an anti-aircraft gun on it. And a medium machine gun. These can shoot the air, I'm pretty sure. And they're pretty cheap, 35 points. And they have really good firepower. So try it out. Helos, again, Mi-24W, which has Conquerors and some more rockets. Another ET with the GOTS, with the Conquerors instead. With Conquerors instead with a different rocket type, 57 versus 80 mil. You get to a little ATGM carrier, 80 points. That come with AA pieces. It's kind of nice. These are a good AA piece. You got 3 of them per card, and the AT and the Axis. So they're just like a good AA piece you can keep around. They are Strela though, but they have good veterancy and they have pretty good accuracy, actually, 60%. You get them without the AA piece if you want for to be cheaper, or you can get just rockets. Air tab, SU-22 Polish HE bomber, 4 500 kilogram bombs. It will drop out, kill things. You can also use this to kill fighters. AT, can't go wrong here. And then you get a cluster, just super nice. And then you get these fighters as well, which have different variants. One has a long range variant, and one has a close quarter variant. So use them how you want. You're gonna want the close quarter one, probably more likely to kill helos, while using the long range one to be killing planes, right? And that is 4th. Now let's go over next Polish deck, which is 20th. FOB, BRDM CV, BWP, BMP1, pretty much. It's a BMP1 TV. A huge ass helo supply, another supply, and a beautiful supply. And I guess that Poles are very big fans of squares and shapes, such as a circle as their emblem. Infantry wise, you got a GOT, which can't come in the BMP1. BMP1 has no smoke, so watch out for that. MPs, looking for that. SPW1. These guys are coming with a heavy machine gun on board, or you can get the one just with a heavy machine gun. It's heavy machine gun and a medium machine gun, or just a heavy machine gun. Your choice. The squad's really nasty though. 9-man PKM with another RPO variant, satchel variant, SVD variant. So pretty standard for all the Russian, or sorry, for the Polish stuff. You do get the BMP. It's pretty much a BMP2. They just call it the BWP, which gets from the Conquerors and does come with a smoke. So that's the big difference here between the two. You get a weaker ATGM, no autocannon though, with an autocannon. Sorry, weaker ATGM with a gun on it, or you can get a BMP2 with smoke. Way more expensive, but comes with a better ATGM and comes with an autocannon. Pretty good availability too. 8, 5, and 3. We've had this on the other deck as well, and the CVs are in a similar position. And then this squad is just the same deck, or same squad, but with without the SVD. It can only come with the BMP1. But availability is crazy good. Talking about 10, 7, 5. So you can get some, and you get 4 cards. You can bring the command CV though with a BMP2. And you can get some machine guns, or which is the medium machine gun PKM. Arty wise, you can get 2 cards of grads. You get the new heavy artillery piece. This thing is so cool. Rate of fire is pretty good. You can get 3 cards from if you wanted to. Or you can vet them up as well. And the rate of fire is pretty good, 44 seconds. Get some light artillery and 120 mortars. Now the fun part, the T-72s. Get the T-72 M2, 17 pen, 17 armor, 18 pen, max range of 2275, which is the max range you can get in the game for tanks. Really strong, just a good tank. Availability is 5, 3, 2. You can also get it without the good old, you get a kind of a downgrade one, which is reflected in price, which goes down to T-72 M1, which has 17 armor, 19 pen, but deceiving, again, it actually has less penetration because it doesn't have the max range, 2100 meters, and accuracy is, I think, the same between the two. No, there is a 5% better accuracy in the better version, or sorry, in the lesser version. The T-72 M1 has better accuracy on base stats. Availability is better too, 642, 2 cards. You can get a command version of that. T-72M is just the other tank with the same gun, but better availability and way less armor. So we're losing 2 armor, going down to 15, but we are 145 points. Availability goes from 8, 5 to 3, 2 cards, and you get a command variant of that. T-55 with the derp gun on the back. No smoke on these, so be very careful. You get 3 per card, and you lose 1 per veterancy. You can get normal T-55As, 1 card, goes from 9, 6 to 4, and you can get a command variant of it, and you can get an ATGM carrier as well. Recon, BRDM 10, sorry, BRDM 1D if you want. You can also get a Special Forces Polish unit that we have in the other division. Or you can get the GSR version, which has AT as well, and can come into BRDM if you want. Or a little heavy machine gun on the hunkers. But the best part about this, GSR, exceptional optics. Recon, very good with 4 machine guns. A BRDM, very good optics. You can also get this with a BMP1. Again, this does not have smoke, so be very careful. They do have, 7-man squad, pretty nice. You can get an 8-man satchel squad if you're looking for that. They can come in this other transport, which has a heavy machine gun, or they can go in the amphibious transport. Similar stuff here, just another cheap recon squad. Has very good optics. The AA tab, 2 Cubs, 2 Strela, 2 of the, I'm not going to be able to say that. Got some of these Zers, which have also 2 variants of it, one with the infrared Strela and one without, and then you can get Strelas yourself with availability 12, 8, and 6. Kilos, the MI2VD, which has 0% ECM, but has good conkers and tons of rockets, and it's cheap. It's 135 points. Get the other version, which comes with the 128 57 millimeter rockets. instead. And then you get the other one, which is just a little light vehicle, where we saw this before in the other deck. 23 millimeter autocannon and 125 millimeter ATGM. Air tab. SU-22 rocket AT, pretty standard here. SU-22 rocket. You get pretty bad fighters overall, but still good for, they're good helo killers, but they're not good against other aircraft. There's two variants of them. One has a longer range missile, one doesn't. So this one can perform a little bit better against enemy aircraft. This one's probably just clearly going to be designated against helos, but pretty good. Honestly, they're really fast. They're really fast. As you can tell, their speed is insane. And you do get another variant with the HE bomber, which is super nice. And 165 points. This is kind of like what KDA gets in their bomber, which is good. And then you get the rocket variant of it, and it carries the big rockets, the 240 millimeter. These will derp out ATGMs when you need it killed immediately. And that is that deck. And finally, the last deck, the airborne deck of the Poles. We come with a BRDM CV, but you can also get a forward deploy descent vehicle. Got some helo supply, big helo supply. I mean, goddamn, it's got wings. It's so big. You get some big supply here, more CVs, more supply, amphibious supply, or forward deploy supply. Now, what makes this deck interesting compared to other decks, and that's going to be the Arty tab. But we'll come back to that in a second. The airborne deck has 9-man squads here, 12 really weak AT. So this infantry is really nasty. They're better than most enemy infantry, but they're really weak against vehicles. They do get metas though that can make up for it though, which is nice. And availability is pretty good. 6 to 4, 6 to 4. And then you get 3 cards, these boys, which have an SVD instead. And availability goes from 9 to 6. Really good availability. And you get a variant of these guys with smoke. You can also get the commandos, which have, again, weak AT, special forces. They all come with the gas, transports. You can get a GOT, which can come with a double SPG-9 on the back of the Topaz, which is really cool. It's actually kind of scary. If you can get it up, they're not the slowest things in the world. But you can come with a normal transport. You can also get this squad here, which is an MP squad airborne deployment with also the security trait, which is super nice. Which is, you know, the security trait increases the optics and spotting ability to good when not moving. So optics go up to good, which is really good, honestly. It's like a bad recon squad. Up on the front, availability is 9 to 6. And giving MP squads, that's reduces all suppression on your unit. That's really good. You also get a 4 deploy SPG-9. You get a 4 deploy GOT here. Availability is 8 to 5 to 3. You get a 4 deploy SPG-9. You get a good old... you can get an anti-aircraft gun on one of these things. The KPVT, which is really going to be for helos, not enemy aircraft. PK2s, medium machine gun on it, and then you get the gas transport. And this is an 8-man, sorry, this is not an 8-man squad. This is a 12-man squad, 2 PKMs, 10 assault rifles, and a bad AT with the Resolute trait. These guys are really nasty. Again, the downside is good infantry squads for enemy infantry, weak against enemy vehicles with less penetration compared to other airborne decks. And availability in this is 9 to 6, 4 cards. You get a CV version of it with smoke with a smaller squad. Another double AT squad. Finally, guys with good AT, 18 pen each. Availability 9 to 6. You got your flamethrowers here that can forward deploy. They come in the amphibious transport as well, or they can come with a slow transport that has a heavy medium machine gun on it. Availability goes from 6 to 4. Good flamethrower squad. Can't really say much about it. Here's a satchel / AT squad with a Resolute trait. Can't really go wrong with Resolute trait. So these are really going to help these guys at CQC. Similar transports, and you can get a variant of this, you know, these engineers with smoke. Only 3 guys though. You also get a small variant of a flamethrower if you want cheap flamethrowers. 3-man squads, 25 points. Really cheap, honestly. If you want to spam little flamethrowers everywhere. You can also get another squad here of satchels, which is a 9-man, another variant without the AT though. But you know, but cheaper, 10 points cheaper. Doesn't have the Resolute trait. Get another variant here with this light AT. You get a PKM airborne, or you can get a PKM without the airborne. Now, Arty. Most airborne decks, sorry guys, don't have good Arty. This deck does. talking about get the heaviest artillery, some of the heaviest artillery in the game. Get 2 cards of them. Get 2 cards of grads. You get 4 grads. You can also get some of these light artillery pieces if you want. You get airborne 2 B9s, which can put down some firepower, which is just a Vasilic. And then you can also get this like rocket artillery, like this like light rocket artillery. It's only 45 points. You can put down rockets on people. The HE value is not too bad. The spread's not too bad. I mean, you could just, you know, put down suppression before pushing an area and then move in if you really want to. And they're really cheap. Supply cost is only 160 points too. It's very cheap. And reload time is not too bad. If you get a CV nearby, you get to 30 seconds. 120mm mortars and 82mm mortars. Artillery chat's really good. And also an airborne deck that gets tanks. You get the 255s with the clearing, mine sweeping area thing. You get 1 card T55s. You can go from 9, 6 to 4. You get a T55 command. You can also get these things. This is a new unit here, the ASU 85s, 16 pen, 6 armor, very light availability, 2 cards, but also it goes from 9 to 6. And you can also get a command version. So you can get like triple vet with a command and get 60% accuracy. It can be pretty nasty, I guess. ACGM carrier, which has 7 to 5 availability, 7 to 5 availability on the lighter vehicle. And then you can get a good old BRDM, or I think it's PT, I guess it's called something else. But, sorry, not a BRDM, I forget what it's called, but it's a light little AT gun, 40 points, resolute trait, and you can get a command variant of it if you like. Recon wise, you get a special forces trait with GSR, with 18 pen ET, with 7 machine guns. You do get a little like signal unit here if you want that with a helo. You get 3 per card. You get a little recon resolute vehicle at the start of the game if you want to with AT. BRDMs, you get another recon squad / airborne, which gets 4, which is nice. And then it can come in and helo transport if you want. And you get 2 cards of those, and availability goes from 6 to 4. And then you get a good old sniper team, which you only get 1 card, but they are airborne deployment. AA wise, you're a lot weaker in this department. You have the variant here of the AA truck with the ZU, but also with Strellas attached, so you can fire both at the same time. You also get one on the ground that's towed, that gets with the Strellas, but one with also out the Strellas. And then you get 4 deploy AA, which you have to have, which is going to be the Strela here, and you can get pretty good availability. You get 2 cards, double vet, you can get up to 50% accuracy, which is probably what you have to do. And then you can get Strela 2Ms without the airborne deployment, that can come in more AA pieces with this, whatever it's called, on the, just like, you know, strapped down the back, a ZU with Strela. Can't do that with the rest. Helo wise, you get the MI-24W, 0% ECM, Conquers, 80, you know, pretty standard stuff here. I get 2 cards of those. You get instead of the Kohan, you get the Conquers, but just different variant, a lot cheaper though. Again, 0% ECM, 128mm rockets instead of the 80mm, depending what you want. Or 57mm rockets versus the 80mm. And then you get an AA piece here, another slick helo with rockets and an autocannon. So it's going to be really useful, honestly. Keep them in the back. You get 2 cards of them too. And you can get a variant without the AA piece and just more rockets. Airwise, you get the MiG-21 fighter. Nice and cheap, which is going to be good for killing helos. But you also get good fighters. You get the MiG-29 AA1 and the MiG-29 AA2. The difference is going to be range here. One has a long range missile, one has kind of a medium range to short range missiles, kind of depending what you need. These guys get 2 cards of them of availability. You only get 1 of these. Seed, you get a nice seed plane here with crazy range for almost 5,000 meters. So it's really nasty. Very little, you know, very little can shoot you at that range. Pretty much only the IHawk on the NATO side, the Buck on the Pack side, and the Krug. So really good range on that. Another AT plane here. You also get a cluster as well, a napalm, a rocket, and then if you want a different of a rocket, you can get the 240mm rockets instead of the 80mm rocket. And yeah, that is everything here. If you guys have any questions about what's in the decks and everything, just write a comment. I'll try to answer them as many as answer as many as I can. Pause the video if you guys want to see all the details. I know I went pretty fast, but I want to get it out there. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think about the DLC, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.